Hey guys, this is my fourth Pokemon Wi-Fi battle against the guy I met on Cerebi, Dalbert. This was a really good battle, and thanks for the battle, dude. I lead with the Choice Band Tyranitar, he leads with the Staraptor. So I know instantly the Staraptor has to be packing in close combat. That's exactly what it's going to use. So I switch into Shuckle, because Shuckle can take that kind of stuff. So with the defense drops, I'm not exactly sure. Shuckle's still not really scary. But I guess he just decides to switch out just in case I switch into something that will force him to switch out, like, say, anything packing a priority move. He switches into a Lantern, which is kind of scary because he's got Surf and Thunderbolt, so that pretty much covers everything on my team. But at the same time, I guess Shuckle could stay into a Surf, maybe. But then again, yeah, he agilities, so that's not super scary because Shuckle's the slowest thing in the world, and it's pretty useless on his part unless he can take out the Shuckle, which he won't be able to. So I get the Toxic, I start protecting, I just go into stall mode right here. And he's gonna, it's a lot of stalling. So the Toxic hits, I get lefties. And yeah, he switches into a Gengar, because the Gengar can't be toxic. I get Stealth Ox off on the switch, which is cool. Yay. So I protect. He taunts, but I protected the taunt, so that was a bit of a move scout for me. So now I know he's gonna taunt. So I switch into something that can take the taunt. Because all of my T-Tar's moves are attacks. I really freaking wish I had a Scarfed Tyranitar, because I have to keep dealing with these Gengars, and I just can't. I can't do it because I'm not fast enough. I mean, if I was fast enough, I'd be able to get that pursuit off, and then that Gengar would be dead. But no, I can't. So that stinks. Okay, so I switch into my Scissor to scare with Bullet Punch, which would have killed that Gengar. So I Bullet Punch that turn, and when he switches into Staraptor, and the Staraptor actually got really weakened by the Stealth Rocks and Bullet Punch combined. So for some reason he switches out. That's kind of useless on his part. He probably should have stayed in Death Foddered, because now at this point Stealth Rocks are going to kill that Staraptor on its own. So getting hit with Stealth Rocks, the Lantern is about down to 60%. And then after, but it kind of stinks that Toxic gets reset. Whatever, so I switch into Shuckle to counter this thing, and he agilities again, so we're back to square one, which is not great for me. Lefties, Sandstorm, Toxic, you know the drill. Okay, he goes into his Cloyster. This is Rapid Spinner, which I find out in about a move or two. But that's not really scary because I have my Stealth Rocks guy in at the moment, and to deal with the Shuckle, I guess he underestimates the Shuckle and ends up exploding, which is great for Shuckle because Shuckle can pretty much take anything, including explosions from pretty much anything, unless the Pokemon is made to explode and kill the enemy. But like built for it, like max attack. You know what I mean. Point is, the Cloyster isn't going to be able to do much with that explosion. It's going to bring me down to about half, which is not much at all for explosion. And Shuckle's happy, and he gets Stealth Rocks up on that turn. So the next Pokemon coming in is going to get hit with Stealth Rocks. Yes, I put Stealth Rocks up again because they got removed by the Rapid Spin. The Gengar comes in. I can see a taunt happening, so I'm just going to go ahead and protect, but instead he Focus Blasts, which is strange. He probably should have taunted right there, and then taunted again this turn, but then he Focus Blasts again and he misses. He really should have taunted, because now I'm at max HP, and then at the end of the battle he complains to me over the Cerebi chat that my Shuckle is unbeatable. But the point is it is beatable, and you just have to be able to kill it right. Like, you need to be able to taunt it and then beat the crap out of it. It's not too difficult. So he taunts me there, but it's okay. I already got my 2 turns of sleeping off, and when you're taunted and you're asleep, you can't hurt yourself if you have no attack moves, which my Shuckle doesn't. So he uses the time to switch into Lantern, but I switch into Scissor on the same turn, which is awesome for me. And I'm really happy that I'm packing a quick attack, because with the with the 1/4 damage of Bullet Punch versus quick attack neutral, Quick attack is really just awesome. I love it. I barely killed on that. I ran the smog and damage calculator. That was barely a kill. I'm so happy. Staraptor comes in, gets killed with stealth rocks. Houndoom comes out. I quick attack it again. I know I can't kill it, but I just want to get it as low as I can. And he flamethrowers me. I figure that I have other ways of dealing with the Gengar than posing the priority move. So whatever. The Houndoom is pretty much dead. The Sandstorm is gonna take it out in a couple turns. So I wake up with the Shuckle switch in, and I protect. I'm surprised that he has another Pokemon with Taunt, which is not so good for me. But I protected the Taunt, and I switch into another Pokemon that is willing to take a Taunt, knowing he will do it again. And I think Sandstorm's going to take him out now. Yep. So that's okay, but I really wish I'd be able to get off an Agility. Because if I can get off an Agility on this and like pray to survive a Focus Blast, it'd be a lot better. I kind of just realized how failed that was, and the fact that all you're about to see in the next like couple of minutes is me trying to take out this Gengar, and I could have done that simply by surfing on the same turn as he used Destiny Bond on the Empoleon, but I ended up doing it my way because I assumed he'd Focus Blast that turn, which he ends up doing anyways because he tries to taunt me. I switch into Empoleon thinking he's going to taunt again. He Focus Blasts and almost kills the Empoleon. I'm actually really surprised. I was thinking any Focus Blast would kill Empoleon, but it doesn't. Empoleon survives. That means Sandstorm is going to hit twice, which is really good for me. And then one more Sandstorm and that Gengar should be dead. He taunts. I protect. Sandstorm's going to hit, and Gengar's going to be dead. So that is awesome. I finally took it out. And then here comes a Machamp. I'm like, what? Like, really? You had this and you didn't bring it out the entire match? If you guys didn't know, which of course you don't, I spent the last 2 days thinking about how I'm going to beat a Machamp because I knew one of the friends I was going to play had a lead Machamp with Dynamic Punch, and I did so many calculations just trying to figure everything out, and then I figured out that Shuckle can take a Machamp with Dynamic Punch as long as he gets lucky once, which means he needs to get one Protect off where it blocks a Dynamic Punch. Because then Confusion will wear off and you'll be able to rest, which is pretty much what you see here. He Dynamic Punches, it brings me down to half HP, Confusion wears off, I rest, but here's the thing, I got kinda lucky a couple turns ago, if you were watching, because I ended up protecting and blocking. The chance of me protecting while I'm confused is 50%. The chance of him hitting through a Protect with Dynamic Punch is 50% because of no guard, 100 minus 50 is 50. So that's 25% chance that I block him, which did happen. So I get to sleep, but then he crits me. So you know what? We're all fair. Okay? Kind of BS. It's fine though. It didn't really matter. You'll see just why. The Toxic keeps hitting him. I think he's going to die next turn. He hits me with one more Dynamic Punch. Gets me down to like probably around like 1/9, 1/10. Pretty low. And then Toxic's going to finish him. Great match, Dalbert. I really enjoyed playing you. Maybe we'll play sometime again in the near future. Okay, thanks guys. Bye. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, blah blah blah. You know the deal.